Hey everyone, welcome to Travis Travels. So where are we going today? We're headed out to the Butte National Monument in Nevada. This place is about 2 hours northeast of Las Vegas, and let me tell you, it's a whole different world out here. Compared to places like Red Rock Canyon or Valley of Fire, Butte is way more remote, way more rugged, and definitely way more you're on your own. Getting here is half the adventure. The road off the interstate is about 28 miles of brutal, pothole-filled asphalt that looks like it hasn't been touched since the Eisenhower administration. And honestly, that's probably because it hasn't. The road was paved back in the 1950s by legendary Howard Hughes. Oddly enough, neither the state nor the county have any official record of it. Locals say Hughes owned cattle grazing land out here and paved the road himself to get better access. Now, fast forward 75 years, and nothing has been done to it since. Some spots, the road is so bad that people actually drive on the shoulder because it's smoother than the pavement, and that is no joke. Now there's lots to explore out here, but I'm hunting for one thing in particular, an incredible petroglyph known as Falling Man. Quick warning if you're thinking about coming out here, a four-wheel drive, high-clearance vehicle is highly recommended. Today, I'm in a Chevy Equinox, which is neither of those. So I'm being very careful about where I go, and I can only imagine how painful the tow bill will be if you get stuck out here. There's a ton to see in Butte, but today, like I said, my focus is Falling Man and a few nearby petroglyph sites. So let's get out there and start exploring. I wanted to stop off here because along the route to get in here, you pass a really interesting road. In 1919, Dwight Eisenhower wanted to prove that the military could cross the country with a convoy of vehicles. Now remember, 1919, you're talking Model T Fords. And he went all the way across the country on this route. This eventually leads down into Lake Mead, but of course that was not there at the time. But he went all the way across the country on a convoy. I just wanted to stop and check it out because that's pretty cool. Now, let's go check out some petroglyphs and some incredible geology. So right now we are on the Falling Man Trail in Butte National Monument. And this is a really cool petroglyph if we can find it. It's one of the only examples of North American rock art where there's actually motion in the figure. And you'll see what I mean if we can find it. Everything else is usually a really static figure striking a pose, if you will. But this one is different. And the scenery here is absolutely stunning. We've got about a 1.5 mile hike, I believe, till we get up to it. It's not the easiest trail to find, so hopefully we get going in the right direction. I got to be honest with you, in searching for numerous rock art sites over the past couple of years, I've been pretty lucky to walk right into them. It's been pretty obvious, you know, once you get into some rock panels that have drawings all over them. But when you're trying to find one particular image, it's tough sometimes, especially when there's not a lot of good directions or videos on exactly how to get to them, and then exactly where it is. Falling Man is kind of one of those things. And there's not a good trail leading in here. There's a trail that gets you in the basic ballpark, but from there you're just kind of on your own. And I think they kind of do that intentionally because they want this stuff to be preserved and not damaged. So basically I was looking at the sun, and it's starting to get low and the shadows are starting to get long, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't found the first petroglyph site in here. This area is just massive. And I was starting to have my doubts. I was like, all right, we'll give this another 30 minutes or so, and then I've got to start heading back toward the car. And you can see as the shadows are starting to drop in on me. So I'm sitting here just kind of catching my breath, looking around. And normally with petroglyph sites, they're kind of everywhere. Once you see one, you'll see lots of them. And oddly enough, I look up, and the one moment that I wanted to have while coming in here was to find Falling Man, and he's right above me. Let me turn this around. Okay, here I am sitting, and I was looking over here in the sun, just about to go over that peak, and I was like, oh boy. And I kind of scanned up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it good. Let me zoom in here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There's Falling Man. And there's not a lot around him. I don't see any other petroglyphs but Falling Man. So let me get up there and get some closer images of him. Not exactly a easy trail to get up to, or site to get up to. Kind of got to make your own trail. A little bit of rock scrambling here. Pick your best route. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the sketchy part. And as I'm climbing up here, you know, obviously to see a petroglyph that modern people have named Falling Man, it really makes you wonder is this homage to somebody that fell off these cliffs right up here. Very possible, because I don't see any other rock art up here. Let's get up here. I don't know exactly what the altitude is here, but it's noticeable as you climb. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful spot. Wow. This would be a great spot for a camp out. As you get up here, you start to wonder, is this this could have been a campsite at one time. Where'd he go? There he is. Wow. That is amazing. Now you see how earlier in the video I said this is one of the only examples of a petroglyph where the character is in motion. And you can see this is clearly depicting somebody that fell. Like I said, did it come from right up there? We'll never know, but that is amazing. And as I look at this other area, I don't see any other glyphs up in this area. I know there's a lot around here. There might be some stuff over there. I'm not sure. Let's just take a look at this view. Amazing. All right. One last time. Take care, buddy. I hope you're here for another 1,000 years. Got to get down there and get over into there. Trying to pick the best route. Like I said, there are no trails in here. They kind of want this stuff to stay hidden, I think. Little baby Joshua tree. Pretty cool.
Ooh, it's much cooler here in the shade. There are little bitty arches all over this place. I mean, I know this is little, but check that out. It's just up there. Wow, there's actually a little bit of standing water down here. Oh yeah. Go down this cliff. Look at that. It's actually kind of deep. Let's see here. Oh, that's cool. It is 20 degrees cooler here in the shade than it was out there in the sun. All right, let's see here. There's another little baby arch. Hard to see. I don't know if you can tell. Yep, right there. This area is called Gold Butte for a reason. There is gold. And when you see a little wash like that and deposit all that sand in there, you just wonder if there's some black sand and maybe some colors in there that's washed down out of this stone. I think I'll go this way. I do have a pin dropped on where my car is located, so I can find my way back with that. And there's a very distinctive mountain peak to the east, and I know if I head toward that mountain peak, it's gonna put me up by my car. Oh, looky here. Right over there in the sun, you won't be able to see it, but there are petroglyphs all over that rock in the sun. So let me get up there and I'll show you. Okay. I made it up on that little rise there. And there's that part in the sun that I was just showing you. Oh, it's fabulous. Let's get in here. Oh, wow. They are way up there. You know, I was just showing you where water was collecting in those pools, and water was life. So you can tell that the ancient people came here for a reason. Where there's water, there's game. Oh, and these places are special, and that's why they left their mark. Okay, I'm gonna need to get up this hill, so I'll be right back. Okay, I just came from down there, and I'm trying to get up to those rock panels, but nothing around here is easy. You gotta work for it. Another little drainage. And another arch. Look at that. No, that one might not go all the way through. Nope, not quite. I guarantee if you... Oh, there's an arch. Staring me in the face. Look at that, barely hanging on. That's really cool. Oh, there's another one over there. Pretty neat. It's all sandstone. So the wind and the water do their thing. Oh, wow. A little bit harder without my trekking poles. But I want to take you along. Oh, wow. Oh, there's some up there. See the goat? It's 2 goats. Let's go up here first. Tell you what, I'm going to put my stuff down. All right, here's the area that to get up here. This is just fascinating to me. I mean, right here, oh gosh, a couple thousand years ago. Some of the ones in northern Nevada have been dated to 12,000 years old. It's safe to say these are every bit of 2,000 years old. Somebody stood right here with bare feet and made those squiggly lines. And that goat, that one's a little harder to see. I'm guessing those are plants of some sort. Sometimes the squiggly lines represent snakes. So that could be what that is, but I don't think that's a snake. There's actually some scratchings way up there. Yeah, it's really hard to see. All right, let's get around the corner. Okay, made it down from there. Sorry about the heavy breathing. I am not used to climbing in these altitudes. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Would you look at that? That is a lot to take in. And more up there. Beautiful. This could have been a campsite under here. Oh, they're way up there. There's more up there. You look at these panels that have flaked off. I try not to touch these. You're not supposed to touch them. But you can see where this whole section here is gone. You know, was it natural, or did somebody come in here and chip it away, trying to get one image of a goat or something like that. This almost, look at this, it looks like a calendar with the slashes. Another goat. Get the camera out of the way. You have to be careful because you get so mesmerized and you forget that it's a long way down. There's the spirals. I see these a lot. More squigglies. You see that one, like right there. Is that a person? Is it an animal? Is it a turtle? Hard to tell. There's a person. That's absolutely a person right here. The sun's giving me great golden sunlight, but it's, sorry about the shadow with my camera. Fascinating. And more up there. See the lines. What are those? Are those marks representing days? Sunrises, sunsets? We have no idea. Oh, there's even more way back in there. I can't even show you. Sorry for the shakes. That's my tremors. All right, let's go around the corner and see if we find more. All right. Trying to find our way out of here. But yet, I don't want to leave. It's a really cool place. But I'll be honest, as that sun gets lower and you start thinking about how easy it'd be to get lost out here, kind of makes you want to get back to the car. I know it's in that direction. Let's try this way. The trail getting in to this area is pretty decent, easy to follow. But once you get in here, it is a maze. Check this formation out. Wow. If you were desperate, you'd go to town on that. Boy, the colors are just magnificent in here. The pinks and oranges, reds, ruby red. I might have found more petroglyphs. I can tightrope this ledge here. Oh, I did. I found more. I think we got time for a few more. Oh, there's some more arches. Little bitty ones. Oh, there's some petroglyphs on this rock. You would not be able to see these if the sun wasn't so bright. Look at that. Those are going to be lost to time before too long. I had to stop and take some still pictures. Look at that goat right there by this natural arch. You know, these ones that are almost gone are kind of more impressive to see because they're not going to be here much longer. I would say these are just getting faded from the sun hitting them every afternoon and not a lot of protection from the elements. Let's get over here and look at these other ones before we really got to get out of here. It's cool to be in a place where you just don't know where they're at. To be honest, it's kind of like a big Easter egg hunt. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Wow. Almost looks like a upside down person. Look at the two rams. 3. The goats were highly, highly prized for those people. I mean, they're hard to hunt with a rifle. I can't imagine going after them with primitive tools. All right, I really got to get out of here. Look how beautiful this is, though. Oh, I should have brought a good camera. It is the golden hour of photography, and it is beautiful. All right. I mentioned a very prominent peak to help me find my way out. And that's it, way off in the distance there. So I know my car is in that general direction. You just can't help but look around. You just got to keep looking. All right. It's like you look at these canyons, it's like, is it that way or that way? We're gonna go this way, but I'm not sure. There's more arches right up there. All right, I'll wrap this up once I get back on trail to the car. Okay, I'm back on the trail and I have my car in sight. The camera makes it look a little bit brighter than it actually is. So I'm really not getting out of here a moment too soon. Really cool place. It's really difficult online to get good information. There are some YouTube videos and stuff like that, but man, when you get out here, there are no signs at all to really guide you. Just a lot of dirt roads. And they say 4x4 with high clearance is recommended, and they mean it. I am in a Chevy Equinox, and I would not want to go any rougher than the roads that I've went on. If it got any rougher, I was going to stop and turn around. From this Falling Man trailhead, I've got a 2-mile drive back to the quote road, and then about 20 miles or so out of here. But what a great day. Started off really slow, a lot of driving, trying to figure out, get my bearings. But I got the one thing that I wanted, was to see Falling Man. So I'm very happy with that. Great views. You know, there are a few, if anybody's wanting to come out here, there are a few porta toilets at a few pull-offs, but that's it. There are no facilities at all. Let me get you turned around here. Okay, here we go. I mean, look at that sunset. Absolutely beautiful. This is the trailhead, and it's pretty wild. I mean, you can come out here with horses, ATVs, pretty much whatever you got, as long as you stay on the designated trails with the vehicles, you're in good shape. And really, that's probably the best way to explore this place, because it's just massive. But anyway, that's going to wrap things up. I've got about another 2-hour plus drive back into Las Vegas. And there's still plenty of stuff out here I want to see. So stay tuned as I come out here every January and sometimes in the summertime. Although I would not want to come out here in the dead of summer. Winter is certainly the time to come out here. So hope you enjoyed this. We'll catch you on the next one.